Now, it's no secret that a more inclusive workplace opens the doors for a series of benefits. But what are big businesses doing to push genuine change? Well, Ticket Talks starts right now. Hello and welcome back to Ticket Talks, and together with Polaron Language Services we're looking to use language to connect communities. And of course, whilst Polaron is the sponsor of today's program, all of the views and opinions in the following segment are of course our own. Now, I would also like to acknowledge that this segment is being held on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people, and I pay my respects to elders both past, present and future. And I am lucky enough to be joined by Director of Polaron Language Services, Eva Hussein, and CEO of Kind Enterprises, Erfan Daliri. Welcome to the program. Now, Erfan, we'll be talking to you a little bit later on in the program, but Eva, as usual, I'd like to get an update on what's happening at Polaron this week.
Thank you, Mike. City of Casey in Melbourne is one of the most diverse local government areas in the country, actually, and we've been working with them on communication. One of the recent flyers we did not so long ago was to do with encouraging people to hire former refugees. So I think the flyer was done into 5 languages. The interesting thing about that is you can see the QR code. Everyone now knows what a QR code is, although they've existed for a while. So we're using technology to help people connect with workplaces.
And it feels like Polaron is always at the front when it comes to these things, which is really good.
Yeah, we're very keen to give people what they need in terms of communication. Even if language is a bit of a barrier, we try and overcome that.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about miscommunication of the week. You often bring me something that you've seen out there that didn't quite translate literally.
Right. This one is a communication of a century, Mike. Do you have a singing cactus at home?
I've got 3.
You've got 3. Okay, well, they've just been taken off the market in Canada by Walmart. Now, I'm going to have to read this because I did the translation, but essentially what happened is that a grandma bought a singing cactus for her grandchildren, and the words in Polish said, I am a simple-minded bloke. All I want is 5 grams of Coke.
You're kidding me.
I am not kidding you. No, it's made it to all the news in Canada. They've taken it off the shelves. And the rapper who originally sang this song is suing the Chinese company for using it without his permission.
Oh, so it's been a domino effect of issues from that one event.
Right, into several languages as well. Polish was the problematic one, but I think in terms of counterfeit,
merchandise,
that makes it into different countries. That's a problem. But yes, if you're putting a rap song into a children's toy, not a good mix.
A curious choice, to say the least. But let's head into our main topic for today. And as society changes, so does the business world. It's becoming increasingly important for businesses to be inclusive, diverse, and treat everyone equally. Shouldn't be a surprise. Not only does this create a better workplace for employees, but also helps organisations to thrive. We've talked about it endlessly on the program and we'll continue today. Today we're joined by 2 people making this change very real through their own businesses and experiences. Let's bring in our guests for today, and Gloria Tabi is the CEO of Everyday Inclusion and founder of Voice Everyday Racism. Her research specialises in social analysis of race, social inequalities and anti-racism. Gloria's new book, Inclusive Teams and Workplaces, Everyone Wins, is coming out very soon as well. And as I mentioned earlier, we've got Erfan Daliri, who is the CEO at Kind Enterprises and founding director of the Newkind conference. He is a social change strategy consultant and personal development educator specialising in empowering organisations to create effective social change initiatives. Welcome to you both. Thank you so much for joining me. Quite a rap sheet from both of you. It's very impressive. So we're among good company. But Gloria, I'll start off with you. And as the CEO of Everyday Inclusion, how do you help businesses make equity and inclusion a reality in a real way without maybe being, like we've discussed before, ticking boxes when companies try to tick boxes?
That is a great question, and thank you for having me. Inclusive workplaces are important because inclusion is about providing basic human need. As humans, we all seek a place of belonging. So to talk about inclusion and equity, it's important that we also talk about equality, because the two sounds very similar, but when they are carried out in systems, they give completely different outcomes. So equality is about providing the same things for everyone equally. Equity, on the other hand, which is what my business model is based on, is about fair play, making things right, and therefore providing everyone the opportunity and what they need to be able to participate equally. So
Fantastic.
for organization to want to just tick a box um, and actually do the work, my organization, we have four key elements for organization to be successful, and that is people, purpose, profile, and profit. When all four elements are worked together, they actually provide a very successful platform for organization to become more inclusive. I guess what we can see with that process, which we call the DIE process, and I'm sure that we won't have time to go through how the process works.
Maybe not today.
But the model really help organizations to become inclusive by really engaging their people.
Yeah, yeah. So Erfan, I'll actually go to you now. As the CEO of Kind Enterprises, how do you keep organisations sustainable and creating genuine social change, as we mentioned before?
So, good question. Well, how we take this approach is we facilitate change by complementing face-to-face training as well as strategy and consulting for executive team members. So we design our training purpose-built for each organization, because every organization's got a different context, right? Different countries, in fact. I've got clients from the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and every company within a country has a very different context. So we speak with the executive leadership teams, we design training bespoke for them, and then we help them implement the learnings through consulting and strategy conversations that make sense to their organization. Rather than saying, here's a bit of information, now go and change, we help them learn how they can themselves create change. Because you can't really do much in 90 minutes with a very fast pace of life. In 90 minutes, you can only cover a certain amount of information. So we help them with the tools they need to create change in their unique context.
Yeah, and it sounds like it starts from beginning to end. You guys follow all the way through and
Totally.
not just handing them over a cutout or
Exactly.
something like that. Do you think the tokenistic ticking of the boxes is something you see quite a bit?
It was.
Okay.
It no longer is. As you mentioned earlier, people are becoming more and more aware of the benefits of genuinely inclusive workplaces. It lifts everyone's spirits. The organization becomes more resilient, more agile. You're able to attract better talent and keep them longer, save money in all sorts of things like recruitment processes and retention problems. So organizations are now genuinely wanting to create change rather than just ticking a box. So that's been a major culture shift in the last few years.
Fantastic. Gloria, I'll go back over to you quickly. Why does equity in the workplace matter? I suppose we've touched on it a little bit. But what can individuals as well as businesses stand to gain? Erfan touched on some good points there as well.
It's interesting that Erfan just mentioned businesses are becoming aware of the benefits of being inclusive. But what really is lacking is understanding that system of racism underpins all our society and the way that we function. And so we don't all start life on a level playing field. And equity and access actually need to be part of the model for it to benefit everyone. And that is really, really important. Otherwise, we will continue to do inclusion and leave out the most marginalized people in our culture. And in Australia, it's our First Nation people. And so it's really important to bring equity, not just inclusion, but equity into the mix so that the most that are marginalized are brought into the fold.
Yeah, yeah. And Erfan, I understand you just had the Newkind conference recently. Does that touch on any of the stuff that we've seen or spoken about today? And maybe you can tell us a bit about the business model as well.
Totally, absolutely. Touches exactly on what Gloria was talking about, which is here in Australia, if we want to have a conversation around gender, climate action, economics, we can't really have that conversation until we have that foundational understanding that we are living on First Nations land. So that's kind of the foundation upon which everything else at Newkind builds. So we try and bring in academics, activists, thought leaders and community leaders together from various spaces to not just give lip service to, but to actually bring together and embody how interconnected all these issues really are. So that anyone who's working in the gender equality space or the climate action space, sustainability or economic justice can understand how they can be more intersectional, more effective, more ethical, and learn to think in systems to create real lasting change.
Yeah, it seems so basic, but
Really?
yet we manage to miss it quite a
Totally.
bit.
It's very easy to become pigeonholed into one space and not realize how your work connects with or needs to connect with other people's work.
No, it's incredible stuff.
Thank
And
you.
I'd like to thank you both for joining me on the program today.
Thank you.
Gloria, you as well out there. I hope you stay safe.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Easy done. All right, Eva, as usual, I'll get you to summarise our discussion from today and, of course, your wonderful guests each week that you bring in to bring the goods.
Yeah, so inspiring. I actually went to Erfan's conference and for 3 days I was really inspired by people, just by being in the same room as humans. And, you know, I was so impressed with him and Sophie single-handedly in the, like at the very tail end of a pandemic, being able to put it all together, and so much good energy. That was amazing. And I would also encourage everyone to get Gloria's book. It is called Inclusive Teams and Workplaces, Everyone Wins. It's an amazing book. I am yet to read it, I'll admit. But hey, it's on your screen, go and get it because there's lots of very, very good stuff in it. I had a quick look, but I'm looking forward to reading it.
Fantastic. Easy done. And, of course, thank you to you for joining me on the program. As always, it's great to see you.
Pleasure.
And guys, if you have any questions about how to reach your multicultural audiences, please, please, please get in touch with the team at Polaron Language Services. The contact details are across the screen right now. I am Mike Loder and I look forward to seeing you again. Stay safe out there. Be well.